What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Row Comics. I am sorry, I am distracted because. Yeah, why is it. Oops, sorry about that. Weird. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into this. So, occasionally I get very distracted. Not occasionally, frequently. Frequently I get very distracted by things, and sometimes it works in my favor and sometimes it doesn't. And for some reason on the computer, as I was trying to get things coordinated, as coordinated as I can possibly get for me, I started Prism. Now Prism is streaming software, and that I use that for the Fortnite streams that I used to do. And I don't know why I started it. I don't know how it happened. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. If I'm going to be doing a stream for the comic books, and I'm only streaming on YouTube, there's got to be a way to stream also, like I used to stream on with using Prism for Fortnite, to stream on Twitch and Facebook. And then I went down the rabbit hole right before starting, like literally like 3 minutes before starting the stream. I started going down this rabbit hole and my brain just kept going. So I do have a plugin for OBS by somebody named Sorayuki. And apparently I guess you can add targets, and you got to find out the... I hold on one second. Hold on. This will be a brief second. Hold on. Okay, I am coordinated. I will be coordinated today. So, basically, I went down the rabbit hole trying to figure out exactly how I could stream to other platforms other than YouTube, and that's why I was late. And I just got a phone call now, so that's why I silenced you. I apologize. You know what? Enough rambling. Let's get this show on the road. And as always, we start with DC. And pretty soon, maybe I might not have to start with DC. Usually I did started with DC because I felt bad for them, because it seemed like Marvel had all their shit together and DC didn't. But now it seems like it's shifting. And I'm not going to say DC has their shit together more than Marvel, but they seem to be elevating their game. And I am here for it because that is what I want. I want both of these companies to do well and drive the entire industry the way they used to. And for a little while there, DC's floundered, and I don't hold it against them, but in my opinion, anyways. But now they've been killing it. So I hope this continues. And this book right here is the one. Well, actually, technically, All In was good. So it started with All In, the one shot, and then it came to this. And this is Absolute Batman. This is issue number 2. And Scott Snyder, man. Yes, I don't know. Like, some people are just born to write characters, and his Batman now and New 52. I mean, say what you will about the New 52 line, and believe me, there's been a bunch of people that have said a lot of things about the New 52. But his New 52, universally, whatever, people have said things about the other books that came out during the New 52 and how, they weren't really that good and the quality and all that stuff. But universally, Scott Snyder's Batman is the one that is heralded as the best of all of the New 52 books. And that might not be they might not be wrong. I mean, because Aquaman was good. Jeff did a lot with Aquaman, making him cool again, and that led the way for a woefully miscast Jason Momoa playing Aquaman. Not that I don't like Jason Momoa, but he's Lobo. Just get over it. Cast him. James Gunn, if he has any brains inside that noggin of his, and I know he does, he will cast Jason Momoa as Lobo. Day one. Just like, well, I don't want to get in my Angela Bassett thing. So, this is Absolute Batman number 2. This will be out Wednesday in 3 days. And here we have, I had to put this here. This is the Daniel Warren Johnson cardstock variant. And this cover kicks ass really good. Hey, Hosea, what's up, man? Alfred looks like Ra's al Ghul. Oh, wait, there and there. There's the other part. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yes. But let's talk about this Daniel Warren Johnson cover. I mean, this dude, like, I need him to start drawing Transformers again. Like, either that or come do a Batman book or something. Like, he can do anything. The first time I ever saw him was do a Powerbomb, and he was writing, it was a wrestling comic book. He was writing a comic book about wrestling, and it was good. And then he did Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, I think it was. It was a Black Label book, and that was incredible. And then he did like a Beta Ray Bill miniseries, and some of the panels, some of the pages, some of his art was just, it was incredible. It was phenomenal, and we need more of this. We need more of him. We need more of him in the industry. So I want to see that. But yes, this is Absolute Batman number 2. As an aside, Hosea, what time is it over there where you are? Isn't it like late evening now? Usually it's like flip-flopped. Like usually when you're in the Fortnite stream, it's like nighttime. No, actually, so it's probably morning over in New Zealand, right? If I have my math correctly. Here we have Absolute Batman Noir Edition. Essentially, it's just Batman, Absolute Batman in black and white, but Noir sounds sexier. So this is number 1, and it is number 1, issue number 1, just, again, no color. There's also a foil variant, which is also no color. So, yeah. Here we have Action Comics. This is issue number, let me see, because it's really, really small. 1075. This is the Clayton Henry cover right here. And I can't remember if this is a wrap cover or not, but I like it. I dig it. And there's also a foil variant for it that looks really nice. Okay, so it's Monday. Oh, so you're in the future, my friend. At 1:30 in the afternoon. Nice. So technically you're a day ahead, but 6 hours behind. Interesting. Here we have Batman and Robin, issue number 15. Javier Fernandez doing the cover, and I believe he also handles the interiors. And I want to say, is this Daniel Warren Johnson writing this book? I think it is. Or no, Philip Kennedy Johnson, his brother from another mother. And yes, this is, I have to say, I do like Fernandez's art. Oh wait, let me get rid of this because we already know about Ra's al Ghul. But I don't know, I kind of miss Simone de Mayo. But you know what? Simone did the cover, the B cover, which I have right here. I got this for me. I know you've heard me bitch and moan about how even this cover, look how dynamic this is. Look at there's action. His art is action. Like, that is impressive that you can do that. It's busy and it's kinetic. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible. I like his art. It's just, I have to read it and I have to pace myself. Otherwise, I'll probably get a heart attack because there's just so much action going on, even though it's literally nothing. He had a scene one time of Bruce and Damian at breakfast, and literally it felt like I can't describe it, but that's Simone's art. And look at it. Here we have the final issue of Batman Dark Age. This is issue number 6, and this is by Mike Allred and his wife Laura, and I think it's Chuck Russell, if I remember correctly, but he's the writer. And any Mike Allred book I am there for. And yeah, this one, hopefully they get him on another one. They definitely have to, I hope. Fingers crossed. Here we have the B cover. This one is by Bill Sienkiewicz, and yeah, there it is. Next one, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age. Oh, this is the final issue. According to this, it says this is the final issue, number 6 of 6. So whether it is or not, we shall see. Because sometimes the files have said different things, so I don't know exactly what's what. but here it is. Then we have Black Lightning, number 1. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I don't even know if it's a male or a female, so I apologize. Fico Ossio, I think. But regardless, this book is awesome. And the art in here is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Like, I dig Ossio's art a lot. And it's really good in this book. However, for me, I mean, if there wasn't... See, and I'll get to Sozomaika later on in the indie section of the show. But this is a good cover. This is Ossio's cover. That's fine. It's good. But this one here, I broke my no logo rule for the thumbnail. If you go look at the thumbnail, you'll see that it's there. And I also had to Frankenstein it again because there was no version variant for this. Now, for those of you that might not know, version variant means that there's no logo, there's no UPC, there's no you don't see the DC logo, you don't see the Black Lightning, you don't see, on the bottom. It's just literally the art from the artist. And unfortunately, Sanford, he didn't post it. Usually they post it on Twitter, which is the one redeeming quality of that hell site, is that sometimes the creators will post just plain, with no UPC, no logo, no anything like that, just the art, and I'll be able to get it from there and then put it on as the thumbnail. But this one here, what I did was I found, apparently, there's a art house that sells Sanford's art, and they had a black and white version. So if you go and see the thumbnail, I had the Frankenstein between that, because there was no logo. It just said Black Lightning on there, but there was no UPC, and the logo for the Black Lightning in the bottom right-hand corner that you can see there, that wasn't there either. So what I did was I Frankensteined it. I cut out 3 spots. I got rid of the DC logo in the upper right-hand corner, the Black Lightning in the bottom left-hand corner, and the UPC in the bottom right-hand corner. Or rather, switch that. Whatever. Yeah. But, yeah, enough about my rudimentary Photoshop skills. This is an awesome cover. This would have been the cover of the week, but Sozomaika did a Baroness... Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, the indie stuff. But yes, this is an awesome cover. Truly. Awesome. And I ordered extras for this. I rarely do that for... The cover has to speak to me for me to go all in on this stuff, but this one is just... This is just awesome. It's awesome. Truly awesome. Up next, we have DC versus Vampires, World War V. Now, this, it says it's 4 of 12, but I heard or I read somewhere that this was 6 issues. So I don't know what it is. I can just tell you it's issue number 4. That's all we know at this point. And that is Spectre, and it looks like John Constantine in the middle there. So, yeah. That is that. Here is Green Lantern, issue number 17. This book is excellent. The art in here is phenomenal. I know I sound like an art whore, don't I? But it's true. I mean, I just appreciate really good art, and this book has really good art. And I hope Hermanico, however you say his name or her name, I don't even know. I hope they're on this book forever, because this has really gotten me back into Green Lantern. And yeah, I just really thoroughly enjoy it. Here we have, now they have this listed as limited collector's edition number 37, which I understand that's what it says at the top, and that's what they called it, but it's confusing and it's annoying. And there was an omnibus that came out, DC versus Marvel. They did the same thing on there. So instead of saying who was in the book, like, I don't know, Batman versus the Incredible Hulk, it just said, limited collector's edition or whatever. And I don't know, maybe at the very least what you could do is you could put limited collector's edition and then parentheses put, Batman or something like that. But whatever. This is issue number 37, one of my favorite numbers. And this is a facsimile edition. It was Jim Aparo. I had a really long day today, and I was talking to a customer before that, and we were talking about this, and I told him that there was something coming out, and I couldn't remember if it was Neil Adams or Jim Aparo. Jim Aparo was the Batman artist for the longest time in the late 70s, early 80s, and this is his art, and it's phenomenal. And this is not comic book sized, and this is not magazine sized. This is bigger. This is what they call treasury sized, and you should really check it out. Hosea said, you should do a top 5 or 10 covers of the month or a year. I did try doing something like that for TikTok, and then I got really annoyed at TikTok, and then I stopped. because it's very time consuming. I know there's people, and I respect those people that can do like the TikToks that they do, but I just don't have the patience, because in my mind I see the thing that I want to do, and to get it done, it just really, it annoys me, and my patience is very low, especially for that app. I mean, more than any of the, I mean, I can't stand any of the other social medias either, but TikTok especially. But yeah, I don't have the patience to do that. But I did do, if you go on the TikTok, you'll see I did maybe one or two. And I think even one of them at the time, they were using, like, you could have a voice read the text that you put on the screen. So I think I had the Ghostface from Scream read it, I think. And then I did one myself where I read it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. But maybe, Hosea, you never know. You never know. Here we have Looney Tunes. This is issue number 281. Lola Bunny on the cover. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Lola. Last but not least, I mean, we're ending with M, which is really weird. So we only went A to M. But this is the final book for DC. This is Multiverses Collision Detected, issue number 5. This is the penultimate issue of this series. And as you can see, as I was explaining to a customer earlier today, this does have DC characters. It does have the Wicked Witch of the West, or the East. No, she was the West. The Wicked Witch of the West, yeah. And you have Looney Tunes. You have Scooby, Steven Universe. There's like a bunch of characters in this book because it's based on the video game, where there is a bunch of characters on there too. And this cover here is by Dan the Machine Mora. Like, this dude does, like, I think he does like maybe 4 books, maybe 3, and they all look good. So I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say anything more about it. It's just his art is really good. And this is a cover that he did for the final issue of Multiverses Collision Detected. Over in the MCU, we have Spider-Man, which, when it gets here, this will be the first book I read. And apparently he's going to be dying 8 times, so there you go. Spoiler alert, he dies. Not just once, not just twice, 8 separate times. And as you can see, Doom, who is getting a bump. He's getting a push, actually. Not a bump, a push. And he will be all over the Marvel Universe, trust me. Because God knows how much money they spent on Robert Downey Jr. So, there we go. This is the first. Now, this is by Joe Casey, I believe. Joe Kelly? Joe Casey? Joe Kelly? No, Joe Kelly. I think it's Joe Kelly. Whoever. It's the dude that made Deadpool what Deadpool is. And he's going to be writing this. I don't know how many issues it is, but I can tell you this is the stopgap, because immediately after this book, I guarantee you they're going to announce the new creative team on Amazing Spider-Man. And I truly, truly am hoping that it is the dudes that were doing Venomore Spider-Man, because, as I mention every week, although this week I don't think there's any, so I won't say it, but I'll say it now. I hate symbiotes, but they wrote a really good, compelling story in that miniseries that ended last week. And I hope that they do Spider-Man. Chances are they won't, but you know, I forgot who it is. It wasn't Jed McKay. It was 2 guys. Kelly. I don't know. I know who they are. They've done other books, other Marvel books. They work together. Jackson Lansing, I think. And I don't know who the other dude is. But whoever it is, they should write this book, most definitely. Here we have Captain America number 15. From what I've read, this book is going to end with issue number 16, which to me is a good thing, because I don't like J. Michael Straczynski. I really, really, really don't like J. Michael Straczynski, JMS. I don't like the things he did with Spider-Man. I don't like the things he did with Superman. I just don't like the things. And he's doing this book. And he has a good artist, too. Jesus Saiz, I think is his name. And he's a really good artist. I like it. He also did Punisher a while ago. Nolan. Hosea said, a symbiote movie, Nolan, let's go. Hosea, that will get you banned from my streams. So be careful what you say, my friend. Be careful what you say. But yes, this could be the penultimate issue. Who knows? Here we have Conquest 2099, issue number 3. This is the halfway point, 5 issues, and this is issue number 3. Looks like Miguel O'Hara is here, and I think that's Dracula, maybe Silver Surfer, and I don't know who that chick is. Maybe, no, that can't be Ironheart. I don't know who they are. Not a fan of the 2099 universe. Not as much as the Ultimate Universe. Not the current Ultimate Universe, the one from the 2000s, which I loathed every single book. But yeah. Here we have Deadpool, issue number 8. And this is Deadpool's daughter, which I do not mind. And the art in here is really, really good. And it's okay. It's okay. They're not replacing Deadpool with a female. This is his daughter. Deadpool is currently dead, believe it or not. And for someone with a healing factor, that's quite impressive. So, save the hate, save the woke, save all that nonsense. This is his daughter. She has his healing factor, which, hold on. Whoops. Trying to multitask here. My bad. And it's been entertaining. Taskmaster's in here, and it's a male. It's the male Taskmaster for all those Taskmaster fans, all 2 of you. And they are a team, which is really weird. But it's good. I enjoyed it. I found it to be enjoyable. Here we have NYX number 5, or Nyx. I don't know however you say it. And I think those are the Cuckoos. And that might be Emma in the middle, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know anything that's going on in this book, with the exception of the fact that X-23 and Ms. Marvel are in it. And apparently now the Cuckoos. Psylocke number 1. At least it's not Betsy Braddock. No, but seriously. Or is it Betsy? Is it Betsy? Did Betsy go back to being Psylocke? I'm not familiar. No, she's still Captain Britain, if I remember correctly. And that looks like that Cyclops behind there. So, and we have a bunch of ninjas. What's going on in this book? I don't know. I have not read it yet. I apologize. Marvel did not come. And I could have done a stream tomorrow, and then I would have been able to at least be a little more informed as far as Marvel's concerned. But I didn't. I decided to do it tonight. I apologize. I mean, usually I'm late, and today I'm early. So please don't hold it against me. Here we have Star Wars Ewoks. And the art in here is really, really good. And I appreciate that. I know Laura Braga does the art. There's 2 people that do the art on this book. And Laura's one of them. And I dig her stuff. I don't know who the other... I believe it's a guy. I don't know who the other guy is. But I do like the art in this book. And you know what? I'm going to say it. It's unpopular, but I don't care. This is my stream, and I can do that. I like the Ewoks. I never had a problem with the Ewoks. See, because the Ewoks, as I was telling, there was a lot I was talking about earlier today in the store. But it made sense, because originally George wanted the Ewoks to be Wookiees. And in terms of the story, it's better to show that someone, it doesn't matter your size, your stature, your place in society or life or whatever, you can overcome something if you work together. And it was also technology versus sticks and stones, basically. I mean, that's what the Ewoks fought with, and that worked for me better than if it was the Wookiees or whatever. The Wookiees, I mean, dude, Han told 3PO to be careful because Chewbacca could have ripped his arm off. Like, no, I didn't want to see the Wookiees doing... The Ewoks were fine. And this book is fine. You will enjoy this book, even if you are not a child. Trust me on this. Trust me. But then again, remember, too, that I like the Ewoks, so that's the place that I'm coming from. But you also have these 2 gentlemen who I don't remember their names. But, if anything, I think Wicket can take them down. Most definitely. Here we have Spectacular Spider-Men's, issue number 9. This is the one with Peter and Miles. And the covers have gotten a lot better. This isn't Ramos. I don't know who this is, but I know it's not Ramos. And I do like Ramos on Strange Academy. Although apparently it's going to be Doom Academy or something like that. And that sounds pretty cool. But this one here, I don't know who's doing the art on the interior. But last issue, the art was really good. So I hope it continues. Here we have Ultimate X-Men number 9. Peach Momoko. Continuing. I mean, this book's been monthly, and it's only her doing almost everything on this book, other than hand-delivering it to comic book stores. So, I'm impressed. Color me impressed. There's a lot of people that can't handle this. Despite the appearance of both a character that is completely trash and 2 evil animals on there. This is Uncanny X-Men number 5. I'm hoping all 3 of them happen to perish, but we will see. In the meantime, this is David Marquez doing art on the cover. I don't know if he's doing the interior. Hopefully he is. And Gail Simone is doing the writing, continuing to do the writing. Venom number 39. This is a Venom War tie-in, and apparently Loki gets involved. Last issue, or I should say Venom War number 4, which came out last Wednesday. It ends in kind of a little cliffhanger, which is going to determine the direction of both Venom and Carnage. And, yeah, Loki shows up. Venom War Deadpool number 3. This is the final issue for this 3-issue miniseries. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this. This was interesting. And this is the B cover. I did throw the B cover in because usually with these little 3-issue tie-in things that they do 2 covers for each issue. Also for Venom War Wolverine. It's a pretty cool cover. I don't know who did it. I apologize. But it's better than this one. This one I wasn't a fan of. Although I do like, Wolverine with the claws, and then you see the claws poking out of the guy's back or whatever on the top. See where the O and the L is in Wolverine? Yeah. This one was discussed ad nauseum last week. Venom War Deadpool looks sick. It is. It ended, last issue ended with something happening that I wasn't a fan of because it involved a character that I kind of like, but it's okay. It's okay. They're meant to be tie-ins to the Venom War thing, and it serves its purpose. They do propel some things forward. I can't say more without giving it away or, spoiling anything. But there's something that happens with a character that I didn't like, and hopefully this issue will rectify it. But this here, Web of Spider-Man, this I have as a poster. However, they have dropped this book as a facsimile. So that means that this is this issue. What they should have done, because they did this with Spider-Man, I don't know exactly why, but Amazing Spider-Man, they've been releasing issues, facsimiles, in sequential order. But what they should have done is they should have reprinted the entire Kraven's Last Hunt storyline. Because this is part 4. And actually, this is probably the coolest of all the covers. But believe me, there are cool covers for this miniseries. But this one here is just awesome. And I do have a poster of this. And on the poster, that little black square that's there where it says Marvel, that's not there. So if you are a local person and you want to grab this cover, because this looks really cool as a poster, then I do have some of these, and it's not covered up with all that stuff. So that is there. And the final cover issue for this week is Werewolf by Night. Now this is a red band, which means that these are bagged for your protection and my protection, I guess. And this is issue number 4. I wish I could tell you what it looks like on the inside, how the story is, and any of those details, but unfortunately, I have not opened any of these. I've never seen what the inside looks like. I suppose there's ways I can do it, and I haven't really gone those ways yet. I don't know. Same thing with Blade. There's a Blade series that has come out. What they need to do is they need to do the red band, and then they also need to do the PG version of these books. That would be appreciated, but they won't. All right, last but not least, as we're heading towards the finish line here, this is the independent portion of things. Here we have a book by Scott Snyder, Frank Thierry, and Tom Hardy. Yes, that Tom Hardy. I didn't know that. I'm sure I read it somewhere, but I didn't necessarily notice it or care enough about it. But I do like Scott Snyder, so I will be reading this because of that. But apparently he co-wrote this with Tom Hardy. Now, I wonder if this is one of those books where, like Iman Vellani did Ms. Marvel stuff, and she was really involved in the creation of the book. However, I want to know how involved Tom Hardy was in the creation of this book. But you know what? If he wasn't that that involved, it's okay because it has Scott Snyder. Frank Thierry's okay. He's okay. I prefer Scott Snyder, though, but he's going to be doing this. And as far as the art is concerned, Smallman, I don't know his first name. It's very, very, very... The text is very small, so I can't see it. So I apologize, Mr. Smallman, but this is art on the cover, so it looks okay. Here we have G.I. Joe. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to cut this in half, but there's no way I was just going to leave Cobra off of it. So I hope you guys are watching this on a big monitor or big screen or however you're watching this, and you can see the entire thing, because this Tom Riley wraparound cover is really, really cool. Really cool. And I believe there's also a foil variant of it. No, I didn't throw it on here, but I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive there's a foil version of this. Here we have cover B. Oh, by the way, this is G.I. Joe number 1. G.I. Joe number 1. They're relaunching G.I. Joe. This is the team book. And it was good. It was good. Surprise, surprise. G.I. Joe's been good. Transformers have been good. Like, if you're not reading either of those books, you should re-examine your life, truly. Here we have Jerome Opeña and Dave Stewart. This is cover B. Then we have this cover here by Brett Booth. Brett is someone that I do like. And hold on one second. I know this isn't bad. This is bad broadcasting. Brett, I wish he would do an X book. I wish he would do like an X book, maybe featuring Rogue. That would be nice. But yes, he's doing this. He did this cover right here, and this is cover C. With I apologize, I don't know this chick's name. She's in G.I. Joe. I do know that's Tomax and Zaymot right there. I can tell you that at least. Here we have cover D. This cover is by David Finch, and this features Cobra. Yeah. So wait a minute. Is she? Wait, she's got to be a bad guy then, right? Because she's right. Isn't that her? That's her. See her right there in the right hand, like at the very, like the right, like you see Cobra Commander, Destro, and her right there. That's her, isn't it? That's her. That is her. Or is this? That can't be Lady J, because Lady J's hair is, I mean, it's kind of blondish hair, but her hair is, she's a brunette. Questions. Here we have Lee Bermejo. Anybody that's ever seen a stream of mine or come into the store knows that I really do like Lee Bermejo. In fact, I have another customer who also likes Lee Bermejo, and this is a Lee Bermejo cover right here, my friends. Cover E. Now, coming up next, this is Sozomaika. And I was going to make this the thumbnail, but I couldn't find one without the text. There was one, Sozomaika, she did post on her Twitter, but for some reason it was a cropped version. And I couldn't do any. I didn't feel comfortable with cropping out more to make it fit on the thumbnail, so that's why I went with the Black Lightning art instead. But yes, she did a Catwoman cover. The way I found her was she did a Catwoman cover that was phenomenal, and then I sent her a DM on Twitter back when Twitter wasn't as evil as it is now. It was still evil, but it wasn't as evil as it is now. And we had a conversation back and forth, and yeah, she's really cool. And this is her. That is the Baroness. Yes, the Baroness is a Joe now, believe it or not. And yes, I like Sozomaika's art. Here we have Jenny Frison, another female whose art I really dig. Now, I believe... Yes, no, it's on her shoulder. Damn it. She is Cobra. She is Cobra. I spoke with my resident my resident G.I. Joe collector, and she told me her name, and I don't remember it. She told me a lot of stuff about G.I. Joe. I was able to keep up because I do know some of the basics, but like the newer characters, I'm not really too much of a fan of. I do know Jinx, but that's about it. But apparently, she is a new Cobra person. Here's a blank variant. I don't know why this is here, but it is here. Oh yeah, Josh Williamson wrote this book. Godzilla. This is Here There Be Dragons 2, Son of Giants, number 5. This is the final issue of this 5-issue miniseries. This is cover A, and it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'd like to see Godzilla on the cover of a Godzilla book, but you know what? It's fine. Because this cover looks way better, even though Godzilla still isn't on the cover. But it's okay, because Godzilla is still king of the monsters. Here we have Gru. Number 3, Minstrel Melodies, Sergio Aragonis. And anything Sergio does, I will buy. Regardless of whether it sits on the shelf or not, I do not care. I will support this man. Here we have Turtles of Grayskull. Number 2, I believe. Yes. Masters of the Universe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a Freddie Williams Jr., Freddie Williams II, sorry, not Jr., cover. And actually, it looks like he did, speaking of, that's my G.I. Joe customer. He also did this B cover here. And they're both cool. I like both of them. There's cover A, cover B. Although if I had to choose, gun to my head to pick one of these covers, it'd be this one. I just like the fact that he has Tila and Sorceress and Man-at-Arms there in the background. But yeah. Precious Metal, issue number 6. This is the final issue for this 6-issue miniseries right there. I wish I could tell you what it's about, but I can't because I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting for all 6 issues. And I can tell you, though, that the art in here is really good. Ian Bertram did the art duties. Here we have Spawn Violator number 3, Halfway Point, 6-issue miniseries. This is a Jonathan Wayshak variant. String number 1. I can't tell you what this is about. I did read a synopsis, but I bought it because I did like the art. I like the art on the cover, and I like the art on the interior, which is a good thing because the gentleman that did the art on the cover is also doing the interior. So the story was pretty... if I remember correctly, and don't quote me on this, the female that's in the middle of this cover here, she can see, like you see the string. I mean, the name of the book is String. But if you see the string, there's a string apparently that connects all of us to the living or the dead or something like that. And she can see when the string gets cut. So she can see when someone's going to die, essentially. And it's something like that. It's cooler than I'm making it sound because I don't remember the exact details. I mean, there's so many books I need to order. I mean, I saw this and I decided to order it. I put my money behind this book. So that can tell you that it did catch my eye. And the art, too. And the art. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Nation number 2 is right here. And that's Casey and Raphael on the cover there. And then there's also this B cover. I kind of like this one a little bit, but this one's good too. But it doesn't matter because you can choose from either A or B. Up next, see, I wish, why couldn't DC do this? For a while there, DC was doing all of their covers like this. You know, when I would download the images, the cover images to put on thumbnails here, you know, and all that stuff, they were doing Virgin variants for the covers, and for some reason, they didn't. But this is Toxic Avenger, issue number 2. This is a 5-issue miniseries, and Fred Harper did the art on this book. The art inside is good, too. I'm not sure if it's Fred doing the art, but if you have seen the Toxic Avenger movies, then you know exactly what you're in for. It's essentially that, my friends. Transformers will be wrapping up the independent books and also the stream. But this is issue number 14, Daniel Warren Johnson, the aforementioned Daniel Warren Johnson, the awesome Daniel Warren Johnson is doing the art for this A cover. And then there's this B cover, which Jorge Corona, the current artist of this book, did. He took over after Daniel Warren Johnson. Speaking of Daniel Warren Johnson, as we were just now, here is the trade paperback that comes out. Volume 2. This is the direct market exclusive cover, which means that you can only get this at comic book stores. So don't bother going to Barnes & Noble. Go to your local comic book store. Come here. If you're local, come here. I have it for you. Or better yet, you know what? Even if you're not here, even if you're in a place like, say, I don't know, New Zealand, I mean, I am able to put things in a box, close the box, put a label on there, mail it, and then you guys can get it. I don't know how long it would take to get to someplace like New Zealand, but I'm sure the postal... I have faith in the postal service somewhat. A little more than UPS or FedEx. But, yeah, it's there. But this is a Daniel Warren Johnson cover, and it is cool. That, unfortunately, brings us to the end of this stream, my friends. Oh, wait, let me see. Hosea said, Transformers 1 was so good. Transformers is back, baby. Absolutely. Absolutely. I just wish Daniel Warren Johnson would do the art again. But at least he's writing it for now, although he is taking a break. And Aglax said, "What's up? I'm still on the Energon verse. Yes, I know what you're saying, Aglax. It's okay. But that's it, my friends. If you want to get in touch with me, there are the ways to do it. Actually, I should just literally just post this link. I made it for all of us lazy people. I am lazy. I admit it. I own it. I mean, look what I just, I had to put all of this together. Nobody did this. I did this. So I do have my moments. Here we have, just got here just in time. Yeah. Did you not get notified? I mean, I don't know if you are subscribed to my channel, but if you are, I got the notification, which is weird. I never get notifications that I'm broadcasting, except from Twitch. When I stream on Twitch, Twitch notifies me that I am streaming for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't know how that works, my friend. I guess there's a notification thing and a bell and all this other stuff. I do notice that 4 people have liked my stream, so thank you for that. But yeah, I don't know how that works. But that direct.me, that is all the buttons for all the social media. Each and every one of them is deplorable, and I hate all of them. But I do participate in them, and that's the way you can get in touch with me there. There's also a button on there. The very top one is to actually call. We can have a one-on-one verbal conversation, not texting, not DMing, none of that nonsense. We can actually talk like they used to do in the old days. But yeah, I don't. I prefer that, but it's okay if you don't want to. I understand too. There's other ways to do it to get in touch with me. So if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, it's facebook.com/rocomicsct. Twitter, Tumblr, or actually I am on Tumblr too. Yeah, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and I think TikTok. It's Rocomics or whatever those are /Rocomics. Aglax said, "I am subbed, but I just hopped on. I'll make 5." Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Even though I don't have an ego. If you don't like the stream, it's okay, as long as you like the stream. But you don't have to like the stream. You know what I mean? Like the stream. Appreciate what I'm doing, but you don't need to hit the like button. I mean, it's okay. But apparently there is this algorithm thing and for views and whatever else. And you know what? As long as you're here, Aglax and Hosea and the other people that have come on and stuff like that have made this little graph that I see on YouTube go up and down and all that, I'm fine with that. But apparently liking it does something to the YouTube algorithm. I don't know. That's fine. But Hosea said Facebook is fine. It's for us old people now. Yeah, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't know if you were there, Hosea. I'm trying to find out a way to stream on there because I'm using OBS right now. OBS isn't something that I use for the Facebook streams or the Fortnite streams. I used Prism. And I'm wondering if I could, because I do have a plugin for OBS that does allow me multiple outputs. I guess I just have to look into it more to find out how to do that. And then I can stream on your chosen social media, Facebook. And yeah, there's also, I do see here it has YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and then there's a new target here, but it's not specified. So I'll look into it. I'll remember. I'll have to write a note to myself to look into it. In the meantime, 46 minutes now, cutting it. Thank you, everybody. Hosea, Aglax, anybody else that has been watching that didn't chat. That's okay. I won't hold it against you. Appreciate the views. Appreciate you looking. Hey, if you want, when Wednesday comes, if you want to drop a comment in there and let me know what you got, what you like. If I was right about any of the things I've said, I will be, of course. I'm always right. But, yeah, that's it. And as always, have a great new comic book day whenever it gets here. And I'm out.